In July of 2004, my brother and I started a series of mountain climbing adventures where we would go scramble up a peak, that was in Tuolumne Meadows, and then we did another one right outside of Yosemite Valley. And each of these adventures just kind of restored me a little bit more. But the ultimate one we were working up to was to climb the east face of Mount Whitney, which is the tallest mountain in North America. And the next morning we woke up really early and we started climbing. I guess it was around 3 in the afternoon, there started to be little bits of hail that were coming. And we realized with the thunder really rumbling closer and closer, and with as much hail as there was on the ground beginning to accumulate, that we needed to hunker down and wait.
Pretty soon Bruce is going to be buried in hail. Here's our rack of gear that we've taken off so that the lightning doesn't course through the carabiners and into our bodies. Things are a bit worse now. We are shivering. The hail is not abating. And the lightning is a little closer. So Bruce and I aren't having the best time in the mountains right now, but we're still in the mountains. Let me show you Bruce. He's down there under the shell. It's not really any better, and it's really cold, and there's lots of lightning. So Bruce and I are at the stage now where we're telling each other we love each other. Which only happens in moments of extreme peril. See down the mountain, the hail is really coming down. And yeah, we're in a bit of a fix. That doesn't sound good. But then, you think of the chances of getting hit by lightning are pretty slim. It's like winning the lottery in reverse. So we sit here. I've been singing a few songs. I'll save a little tape for some better times.
And I said to my brother at some point, I said, the lightning might kill us, but the cold definitely will. We weren't prepared for the type of conditions we were in. And so I said, we really have to get moving. So we packed up our things, stuffed the ropes into the bags, and climbed without ropes for the rest of the climb. And we made it to the top, and on the top of Mount Whitney there's this little hut. It's a stone with a steel roof, and we ran inside, and there was this false sense of security because on the one hand we were out of the elements, but on the other hand my brother said, Mark, a couple of mountaineers a few months ago were killed in here because in a storm like this, they ran inside and the lightning struck the shed, and they were electrocuted. And so we couldn't stay there. So we went back out into the storm, which is a hard thing to do, and we made our way down the mountain, down by the mountaineers' route. By this time, actually, as we came down, we're beginning to come down, the storm was abating, and we saw this beautiful sky and even these little wildflowers that were poking out from the hail and the snow that had accumulated, and we were very, very happy to get down. The mountains, I think, for my brother and I, feel both hospitable and then extremely inhospitable. And on that day, I would say that we felt an abundance of both of those things. And a lot of our lives, we build up to the place where we have a certain amount of influence or a certain amount of importance, or we might think that we do. And the mountains have a way of reminding you that you don't. And that no matter who you are or what you think you've achieved or what you're capable of in the luxurious surroundings of contemporary life, the mountains are a leveler. And they say to everybody, the sky is big and the mountains are vast, and thunder is loud, and lightning is powerful. I never had the feeling that if we just waited there would be some spaceship from the sky that would have warm jackets and and deliver us gently back down to our car. That is not what happens in the mountains. Maybe God is helping, and maybe He's giving you the strength to get down, but you have to do it yourself. You have to put one foot in front of the other, and you have to come down. It's also not a place that you can stay, this thin place. In a way, these thin places are places that we go to briefly that remind us of the kinds of moves that we need to make in the rest of our lives and the kinds of steps that we need to take to address the difficulties that are around us. And we can take strength in them, in those experiences, and we can learn. It's like a training ground for the rest of our lives.